By Darren McCaffrey, Dublin correspondent. If Britain failed to agree a Brexit deal, it would be devastating for the peace process in Northern Ireland, a former Irish Prime Minister has told Sky News. John Bruton, who helped shape the peace agreements of the 1990s, said the UK leaving the EU with a negotiated settlement would inevitably result in barriers being placed on the Irish border. Discussing a no-deal Brexit, Mr Bruton warned on All Out Politics the effects in Ireland would be devastating for the peace process. I spent a lot of my life building a reconciliation that enabled a peace process in Northern Ireland to be put in place. That's going to be utterly disrupted by the barriers that will have to be imposed along the border if Britain leaves the European Union without a satisfactory deal. Chancellor want budget for no-deal Brexit video. The post-Brexit Irish border issue. Dublin, London and Brussels say they agree on wanting to maintain a soft or frictionless border between the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland, even if the UK leaves the customs union. However, the European Union maintains not enough progress has been made in this particular area. And a leaked report from the Irish authorities on Sunday concluded that an open border will be impossible from a customs perspective. The UK released fresh policy papers on Monday which outlined how the UK would handle customs and trade arrangements if it failed to reach a trade deal with Brussels, raising the prospect of a no-deal exit. Mr Bruton went on to urge the British government to change its approach and ask for a 6-year negotiating period while remaining in the EU. Image. Can you spot it? There's no sign of the Irish border along most of its length. He claimed the country is not ready to make the compromises necessary to reach a deal in the 2-year Article 50 process which ends in March 2019. Mr Bruton also warned of enormous job losses and delays at borders if a trade agreement is not reached. Most of the cheddar that you eat in Britain is produced in Ireland, he said. If that had to bear a very heavy tariff, or if many of the food industry exports from Britain to Ireland had to bear a very heavy tariff, the disruption would be enormous, the delays would be enormous, the loss of jobs would be enormous. All of this could perhaps be avoided if we just took a little bit more time to do the deal in a rational way rather than in accordance with an unduly tight timetable which was put in place on the assumption that something like Brexit would not actually happen.